guys, welcome back to the MotorMarvel Podcast.
2025 Sal.
2025.
So, kicking it off with episode 13 here.
Wow.
I know.
It's pretty good.
So hope you all had an awesome break.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say Happy New Year. Hope you guys had an awesome break. We had a pretty good time. Took a bit of time off. I went to Japan for a few weeks. Sal?
I worked.
So a couple of different things.
I did take time off. But some exciting things are coming up this year. We actually do have a lot of good things coming up.
Man, I'm excited.
So, one, there is a partnership, or we're signing someone else on. I'm not going to say just yet, which is really, really exciting.
Bit hush-hush at the moment.
Also, some sad news. The GTSR that we did the interview. Our first ever video of interviewing someone that owns
a very unique and interesting car. Yeah,
gets stolen 4 days after. And we held off posting the video for multiple reasons. Was because we felt it wasn't appropriate.
Yeah.
And our heart goes out to Nathan, the owner. And so we held off.
And look, we're hoping, maybe with a bit of this now, if some people see anything they might recognise or see anything that's...
Because what was planned originally is we filmed it at his location, and then we thought to ourselves, maybe we'll change it up. So we actually weren't going to post that original video. We're actually going to go back out to Nathan, film it at a different location. And obviously the license plates were going to be blurred out because we have our own MotorMarvel license plate covers for it. But we did the first review. It actually is working in our favour now because now we can actually show people where it was stolen and literally what the license plates are.
What the car is.
So now if you do, like Nick said, have any information on this car, please come forward, let us know. The guy deserves a car back.
Yeah,
This 100%. Is just shit.
Look, I mean, any enthusiast or anyone with any passion and pride and joy, something like this is devastating. Yeah. I mean, these sort of things aren't just, we'll just go and buy another one tomorrow.
No, you
So...
can't.
hearts go out to him, and look, if, like Sal said, if you've got any info, please pass it on. But look, let's get into it, Sal. Special thanks, obviously, to our continued partnerships with Hard Hat Watches.
Yep, and Exhaust Notes Australia.
Exhaust Notes Australia, so thanks, guys.
But let's get on to the news.
Do it. All right, Sal, so first thing up on a bit of news here. Look, I've talked to you...
Sorry.
Are you all right?
I'm a bit sick. Sorry. I'm getting over something.
All right, can you stop, all right? Can you stop?
Sorry.
So... First up here, Sal, talking about the Macan, right? So, as you know, I put an order on one of these a couple of years back.
You did.
Was pretty keen, pretty interested, excited about it. Thought, it'll be a cool car. And, kind of waited to see what it was going to be, what it was going to turn out. Was a little disappointed when I initially saw it. And
what, do you not like the look of it?
No, I'm not a huge fan. And look, I put my order on before I'd even seen it. It had even been spy shotted. It was quite early. I just heard a whiff of it and thought, why not? Let's get in on one.
But I really like the look of it.
It's...
My problem with it, and you agreed on this one off air, but we're going to put it on anyway, so it doesn't matter, is that the problem is with these electric cars, these ones here, and like I'm saying, there are a place for electric car, 100%.
Yep.
But what I believe and what Nick believes, if you're building an electric car from the ground up to be electric, it's fine. That people will buy it because it was originally sole purpose was designed to be electric.
Developed as
an electric car.
Yeah.
But when you go get a car that was for people who loved Porsche and wanted the driving experience of a Porsche, but in a family small SUV, which had originally the V6 turbo, and then the more performance-based versions of GTSs.
They've been a really good selling vehicle for Porsche.
They're the best.
Yeah, they've sold. I think they're one of the highest selling vehicles.
They are the highest selling for a car for Porsche.
Yeah, right. And I think one of the major reasons was that is because you could get in there at an entry-based price in one of these 100%. For quite reasonable. And then if you wanted to go something a little bit more flashy and a little bit faster, you'd go the GTS models and whatever else, and they were more enthusiast-based and more. So they had a good range. Now I think they've just kind of killed that because 100%. Now there's just the Porsche Macan in an EV spec.
100%.
And so I think...
And they were fun. Like the Porsche GTS is the Macan GTS is a bloody brilliant little SUV.
I remember driving for the first time on one of those trips with Porsche where we get to drive all the different cars. And I remember jumping in one and driving the GTS Macan and I was like, this is a weapon. And it felt nice, it went well, it sounded good. I was like, I would absolutely own one. And then, like I said, so when I saw the new one coming out, I was like, now's my chance, let's get on one.
Yeah.
But look, I think, we have mentioned again a few times, people are winding back on some of the thought processes here. I think they've realised maybe a little bit of error in their ways.
Well, you think about it, you're taking out the soul out of the car.
Yeah, I know we talk this with EVs all the time, right? But
I'm saying, like I said just before, if you build an EV from the ground up, it's absolutely fine. Like, okay, the Ioniq 5N, my favourite electric car.
Yeah.
Right? Built from the ground up as an electric car, and then they made a performance version. Fine.
Yeah.
But don't go grab a car that was known for being petrol and then going, nah, we're going to make it electric.
Yeah.
And it to have some sort of pedigree too. Like, if you grabbed the Camry and you made it electric, I don't think anyone would care.
Yeah.
But if you grab something that's got a pedigree to it, like we saw the same thing happen to the C63, and that's not even electric, when they put a 4-cylinder turbo motor in it with a hybrid system, and everyone was like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, look, it's just straying from what people enjoyed and liked about the car.
Correct.
Right? But look, Porsche here seem to have done a bit of a backflip. They're looking at, obviously, considering going back to some gas-powered vehicles.
Because have you seen any of these on the road? Because I haven't.
No.
I haven't seen a new one on the road.
I've seen one.
I have not seen one.
And honestly...
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't know. Yeah, I still don't. I thought maybe in person I would like it. It's not really for me. So anyone who likes it, cool.
Awesome.
Sal, good job.
I like it because I like the lights. I like the light design. I like the front end. I think it looks cool.
Nah, I'm not... Look, personally, design-wise, not a huge fan. It's fine. Wouldn't say I love it. But anyway, I'm happy with my choice.
Because do you hear that Porsche now are taking back what they said about the Cayman and the Boxer too? They're not making them full electric anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think we've seen this shift. We've talked about it a few times.
Yeah.
We went barreling into this EV world. Now we're all shifting backwards. And we'll find a balance. That's what I'm excited to find the balance.
100% I'm excited to find. And that's what I was saying to you. If you build an electric car from the ground up, it makes total sense.
I want some great gas-powered cars, and I want some great electric cars, and I want some gas-powered vehicles that are for your daily run-around, and I want some high-performance ones, and vice versa. I want an EV that will do A to B, and I want an EV that you can jump in and be excited about, if that's what you like.
If that's what you like.
That's
it's like Tesla going to petrol.
We want a little bit of everything.
Do you imagine that? Tesla went to petrol, their following would be like, nah.
Yeah.
And the sales would drop.
Why would I buy these cars?
Correct. So they're built for a purpose. So what manufacturers are going to stop doing is getting electric petrol cars and making them electric. Don't do it. Just build one from the ground up. Or
just have a range.
Just have an electric
this is
range.
An EV
which
range.
You know which car manufacturer has been doing that? BMW.
Yeah.
BMW has gone, you know what? We're not going to... Don't get me wrong, they do have their specific electric lineup.
Yeah.
But then what they've done is they've gone, we've got our 5 Series. So we've got electric 5 Series, we've got petrol-powered 5 Series, we've got electric 3 Series, we've got petrol-powered 3 Series. So they've gone, let's make a range instead of going, get rid of the whole range and make it all electric.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's not working.
Yeah. All right.
On to the next thing.
Sal, one of your favourite car brands.
And one of my favourite cars.
Probably one of your favourite cars. What is happening, mate? This is the second one of this
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
What is going on? Please explain.
This one's worse than the other one.
Yeah, I'd agree.
The other one is just a bit of a hit in the back. It's still going to cost bucket loads to fix.
But this one... written off.
What I don't understand is you're a service manager, right? What possesses you to try to send an F40 that is... right now, between $3 to $5 million Australian.
Yeah, and look, we had to talk about this during the week when we were going through this stuff about the type of car this is.
Yeah,
and
it's not forgiving.
It's probably one of the... But we've known this.
Yeah.
I've known this for years because people have done things like this previously because they don't understand the mechanics behind the car.
Yep.
But this is a service manager.
Because 80s cars, like you said, and 90s cars, there is no safety tech.
Oh,
there's nothing.
And you've got a lightweight, rear-wheel drive powered, high-performance car with a massive turbo.
Yeah. It's a twin-turbo V8 that weighs as much as a go-kart. And, so if you don't know much about the F40, well, Ferraris in general, right?
Yeah.
Ferraris, you have to be a good driver. No matter what Ferrari, because Ferraris are difficult cars to drive.
Yeah.
They're very rewarding cars to drive.
But they're unforgiving. Yeah.
But they test your boundaries. They test you as a driver. And I've noticed that when I've driven Ferraris in the past, you got to be on point and every time.
This is the car that you have to be on the most aware of.
And another thing is, all journos know this with this car, is that the turbo lag is unforgiving. Yeah. So there's nothing, and then the turbos just kick in.
Yeah.
So what's happened here, as I reckon, is he's come out, gone, you know what, I'm just going to give it out of the corner, comes out, puts his foot flat, goes, nothing's happened, nothing. Boom, turbos kick in, it kicks out in the rear end, tries to save it, boom.
See you later. And it's that simple in those cars, though. I don't even think he would have had his foot to the floor.
No.
I guarantee you...
As soon as he hits over 3,000,
he's come
turbos kick in, bang.
Yeah, he's come into the corner a bit, he's gone, let's just give it a little bit coming out, and he's probably been on that borderline.
Yeah.
but with a bit of steering angle, and it's kind of just gone, and it just would have gone whoop.
Yep.
That's it. That's enough.
That's all. If you think about it, that's all 90s, like 80s and 90s cars that were turbocharged. Remember the R32 GTST?
Yeah.
The Skyline, like that was renowned for turbo lag.
Yeah.
Shoot, no boost, and then boost.
But see you later.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Silvias S15s. So if you're not from Australia, well, you know what? From the States, there's plenty of those in the States as well. If everyone knows the Nissan Silvia S15, renowned as in Australia the king of the poles, meaning wrapping it around a pole, because that car had ridiculous turbo lag.
Yeah.
But amazing car.
Fun car.
Awesome car. Love it. But again, a lot of P-platers used to wrap them because the turbo lag was unforgiving.
Yep.
So that's what's happened in this scenario, and he's ridden off a really expensive and beautiful car.
And again, what we talk about is replacing that thing.
You can't. But we're going to have to repair it. And then, repairing a Ferrari, you can't, because Ferrari won't let you repair a Ferrari.
Yeah. And everyone's going to know that was the car that totaled around a pole.
To repair a Ferrari, I think you've got to do a lot of... And especially something like this, that's going to be extremely... That's going to be dumb expensive to repair.
I don't think they're probably just going to write it off, pocket the money and move on, mate.
It's a shame, but it's a piece of history, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the sad part about it. Is it's just like another one bites the dust kind of deal. It's just one less F40 we're going to see around.
But if you look underneath that, look how flat it is underneath.
Yeah.
That's so futuristic for its time.
Oh, mate, absolutely.
In the 80s.
Absolute work of art, that car.
That's just dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Moving on.
So, for all you RX-7 Mazda fanboys...
This is exciting, Sal.
The rotary's coming back.
Yep.
Which is pretty freaking cool. So, I think we previously said we didn't know what engine was going to go on this.
No, we were and ahhing.
We knew it was going to be a rotary, but we were like, they maybe won't do it. They're doing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually surprised. 2-rotor petrol engine. Yeah, but rather use power the wheels or is generated a charger pack, which in turn powers electric motors connected to the wheels.
Right.
What would you classify that as? Mazda says the engine can burn various fuels such as hydrogen.
So I didn't read that part before this.
What is it then? It's a hybrid?
No, so what I'm getting from this, that's funny actually, because I should have done this research before we did this part of the podcast. But, sorry, I got too excited. I was like, yes, rotary's coming back. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, getting real excited. So what this means is pretty much the rotary engines are going to be used to charge the batteries. The batteries are going to drive the wheels. But rather than use the engine to power the wheels directly, the rotary is used as a generator to charge a battery pack, which in turn powers the electric motors connected to the wheels.
Why?
Again, this is another fail.
Yeah, we're kind of... Probably jumped into this a little quick this week.
Yeah, we did. I think we put this in the podcast. So, to be fair, to let all you guys know, everyone that's listening or even watching, this was one of the early stories that I didn't do much research because I got excited and I just wanted to, make it raw and give you guys the experience of
I saw RX-7 and then my first line was powered by a 2-rotor petrol engine. I was like...
We got excited.
Let's get it. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's better to be excited during the podcast and faking it and doing your research before. So, but that... makes me upset because there are a lot of manufacturers that are trying to do this now.
Yeah.
They're trying to use their big engines to actually power batteries, and I think to myself, but why not just make it a hybrid then?
Yeah, and look, they're talking about it can burn hydrogen, which is another interesting road they're going down.
So it's going to be a hydrogen fuel cell as well.
But it said it's a petrol engine at the top. So what is it? Is it a petrol engine?
Look,
or can it take hydrogen, or is it powering batteries?
Look, the problem is, right, at this present moment, it's still in prototype stages, right?
Yeah. I think they're probably just throwing all the buzzwords out. Hey guys, we're going to do all the things.
So we don't know if this is complete. This is what they're going ahead with.
Yeah.
But if they're going ahead with a rotary engine that just powers electric motors, again, we'll probably see the same thing happen. What happened with Porsche, the Macan.
Yeah, I think
because a lot of enthusiasts are going to be like, "Well, I don't want to buy it then."
Yeah, I think they will revert
because the main reason you want to buy an RX-7, any RX for that matter, any rotary engine, right? Is I just referred to the RX-7 because that's the best one out of all of them. Personally, I love the RX-7. Is for that noise.
Yeah, it's always had a classic cult following of people
Because there's nothing else that sounds...
yeah.
Like, what else sounds the same?
No,
Nothing.
Nothing.
The rotary, you know,
They might have had their problems.
Correct. But you know when you hear a rotary, it comes from Mazda,
Yeah.
and it is iconic to Mazda.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a big letdown, actually, part of the podcast. So we're sorry about that. And
look, I'm excited about the looks. It's an interesting looking car.
Yeah.
And I think it can be pretty cool. I think it's just one, let's keep an eye on it and see how they go with a bit of development.
let us know in the comments if you want me to do a bit more thorough research into this, because I don't mind diving deep for you guys to find out if you really want to know more about this.
About it, yeah.
And I'll get as much info as I can. I'll ask around the sources that I know and try to get some insights of what's going on. But if that is the case, that's a shame.
It is. Well, look, let's keep our ears out so we can find out some. Alright, so we do have a few exciting things. So we talked about the Mazda RX-7, but this is another one. So Toyota here, they've been... I mean, we've heard on and off news, I think, for
We did this on the podcast before.
Yeah, about MR2s, Celicas, a couple of new things being revitalised. And now we're getting a bit more word here, the new Celica. So I was mentioning to you just before, Sal, that from what I had a bit of a look at before, they were talking initially like revamping both.
Yeah.
Right? But from my understanding is what they're actually going to do. Because, to be honest, they're not potentially two dissimilar cars. Okay, different drivetrain areas and different engine positioning and whatnot. But what they're going to try and do is join them together and pretty much create a new Celica based off those kind of two cars.
Please be mid-engine.
And that's what I think they're hoping
That
to
would
take
be,
from.
that would be awesome. Imagine an affordable mid-engine
Imagine this
sports
Celica
car.
that looks like that, mid-engine, rear-wheel drive.
And like how we've done our research.
We have done more research.
It's got a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol motor that makes 300 kilowatts.
Yep.
Now, I don't think it will be rear-wheel drive. Think of Toyota's arsenal.
Well, yeah. They've already got the
They've
GTSR
only got
right?
one car that's got rear-wheel drive, but that's shared with Subaru.
Yeah.
Right? What other rear-wheel drive cars do they have? Except for the Supra. But the Supra is BMW rear-wheel drive. It's got a rear-wheel drive BMW drivetrain. It's not
But the different,
specific
if they
to
went
Toyota.
mid-engine, it's still a different offering.
I reckon they'll
Because
go all-wheel drive. Because of how small it is, they'll probably do all-wheel drive.
Maybe.
Well, think about it.
I don't know mid-engine though, right? Because why else would you... You've got a Toyota 86.
Yeah.
Which is rear with front engined.
Yeah.
You've got a Supra.
Yeah.
Front with rear.
Yeah.
You've got the Yaris.
Yep.
You've got the Corolla.
Yep.
So all these different offerings. I think you've got to go mid-engine.
Well,
otherwise, what market are you ticking?
Well, definitely, we think it'll be mid-engine.
Yeah, I really hope so, because I think
that'll be awesome.
It's quite a
mid-engine sports
different
car.
offering then, right?
But I don't see him going rear-wheel drive. The only reason I don't see him going rear-wheel drive is because if it's based off, it won't be based off of the 86 platform.
No, I don't think so.
No. It won't be based on the Supras because that's BMW.
Yeah.
And BMW won't probably allow it because they're probably only signed for just the Supra.
Yeah.
So then it's going to be either based off the Yaris or the Corolla platform. And if they base it off that platform, it makes sense just to make it all-wheel drive because it's just going to fit.
Yeah.
You're not going to waste money R&Ding shit.
Mid-engined, all-wheel drive, 2-litre, 4-cylinder turbo.
Well, then that brings you on to the question, how expensive is it going to be? Because if that's going to be mid-engine, all-wheel drive, little sports car, you have to ask for over 100,000. And are people going to pay over 100,000 for a Toyota Celica?
Probably not.
No. So then I think it'll be front-engine, rear-wheel drive. Or front-wheel drive. Like the old original Celica.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad... Look, if it's a high-performance front-wheel drive sports car, that's not bad. We know that there are some fun front-wheel drive cars out there.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong.
i30N.
And they're a lot better than they used to be.
Yes. Even the Golf GTI, fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, they are a lot... With the tech we've got these days, the torque vectoring...
They're a lot nicer to drive.
The electronically limited slip diffs that we've got these days, they're freaking... Like, we saw it in the end, the i30N.
Yeah, exactly.
It was unusual. It would kick out at the rear around corners instead of actually doing what a front-wheel drive car does, which is over there, boom, into
I think that surprised both of us with how well that handled.
Yeah.
So
who knows what they're going to do, but you have to consider weighing up costs. If it's going to be mid-engine...
Mid-engine all-wheel drive will make an expensive car. But
even rear-wheel drive will still be expensive.
But I really want mid-engine rear-wheel. I reckon that'd
be awesome.
Yeah. Imagine that, guys. New Celica with all the updated tech and everything. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive sports car.
They would look honestly, and if it was under 100k, they would sell them like that.
Oh, hotcakes, yeah.
Like even if you sold them for 80 grand, people would still pay for them.
Yeah.
Like, I would.
Oh, I'm already like, I want to see it because I would consider one.
Yeah, because you could think about it. If you're a driving enthusiast, like you love cars, you're a motoring enthusiast, so not driving, you're a motoring enthusiast, and you love going to track days.
Yeah.
And that's a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive sports car. You'd be like, well, why not? 80 grand, I can take that on a track and I don't even care. Like, it's not like spending $500,000 or $250,000.
And we already know their engines are very tunable.
Yep, and we already know Toyota's very reliable.
Correct. So you can have a pretty good package.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to see what it comes out at. Interested and excited.
I'm just very excited what Toyota's doing at the moment. They're actually having with all their cars, they're doing something unusual than what they used to do. So Toyota back in the day would honestly, let's be blatant, boring cars. For a while, they're building boring cars. After the Toyota Supra stopped getting continued in the late 90s.
They were just known for reliable, but
boring. The original Prado, boring. And the only cool thing they were making before, I'm talking this is before the 86, the only cool thing they were making were Hiluxes, I like Utes, I know you know, the Hilux and the Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
Right? They were the only cool things.
Staples for a long time. Are great cars, but are they exciting and...
Yeah. Like, they had the Celica, don't get me wrong, the MR2, but there was a period of time...
a long time ago,
there was a period of time in the mid, like, after the global... the housing crisis in Australia in 2008. So after that, there was a period of time before now where Toyota wasn't really doing much in terms of
not really
fun
innovating
cars.
Any new models or anything too interesting besides 86. Really.
86, right? And then now, look what they do. Their new Land Cruiser looks awesome.
Looks amazing.
The Prado looks cool. It's all boxy and square. It looks like a proper rugged off-roader compared to the previous Prado. It looked like a soccer mum's car. Not if you got one like a still brilliant car, but the new one does look extremely
you really like
nice.
It.
Now the new Hilux is coming out.
Yeah.
So I've got to put that on here. There has been spy shots of the new Hilux, new Hilux, and finally it actually looks different.
Look, let's save that one for
later.
Next podcast.
But yeah, and then now they've got this, they've got the Yaris GR, they've got down the Corolla, they've got the Supra team up with BMW.
Yeah.
Mate, they're really going in their state. They're going for it.
Yep, I think so too.
So
if they do something good with this as well, add that to their catalogue.
All you need to do now is Toyota is make a supercar.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Imagine a reliable supercar doesn't break. Like,
yeah,
that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm with Nick.
All right.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's mid-engine.
Yeah. Sal, one of your mates.
He is one of my mates. The man himself.
Yeah.
Look at him in this post.
I mean, this is just a majestic post, isn't it?
This is just him in all essence.
Yeah, look at this. Just living it, loving it, mate.
For the F1 fans out there, we all know that Lewis Hamilton is now racing for Ferrari.
Yeah.
And he's been treated like the Messiah.
Pretty much royalty.
He's royalty. Like, you know, the funny thing is, there's a meme that came out. It was the best. It had Sir Lewis Hamilton, because he is a Sir.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
And then at the bottom part of it is Don Lewis Hamilton. Because now he's a Don. Because clearly, he's in Italy.
He's Sir Don Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, so now, and he's been granted access. He is now living in Enzo's house.
Yeah.
That is just ridiculous.
Yep.
And I think he's been gifted an F40 as well.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's probably been gifted many things.
He's probably been gifted many things.
But look, he's the GOAT, mate. How many championships he won
9. Now? So, what I think, I personally think he will win for Ferrari. Now, a lot of people are like, but Ferrari's car's shit and blah, blah. Look, knowing his attitude, knowing the person he is and his personality, he will not let it go. He wants to be known as the best of all time.
Yeah, but I think also, right, having someone like him in the car will help the car perform better. Because he'll be able to know how to maximise
its efficiency,
the car's potential, and he'll know what feedback to give them, and he'll know how to direct them to help get the best out of the car as well. So it's actually probably pretty good.
But I reckon that's why he's moved. I personally think he's moved to Ferrari to retire here and to literally show the world, I'm the best. Yeah. He wants to win for Ferrari.
Does he need one more, you said?
One more. He wants one more to be the best. Yeah. And look, to be fair, he probably will win, and
might not be this year.
Maybe not. Maybe he will be.
Give him another year.
But yeah, his attitude's just very questionable.
Yeah.
He's just very ego-driven.
Yeah. Look, I think...
And look, I get it. You have to be when you're like that.
Mate, is one of the top sports in the world globally.
Yeah.
And he's arguably one of the best.
He is arguably one of the... Personally, my favourite Formula 1 driver of all time is Niki Lauda.
Yeah.
Right, he's amazing. He was just next level Formula 1 driver. And... Fun fact, if you don't know this, he's the one that actually found Michael Schumacher for Ferrari.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for him, Ferrari wouldn't have all the wins.
Yeah. All that history behind him.
Yeah. So, this is exciting and it is cool, and I can't wait for to see how he performs this season. But, yeah.
That's it, I reckon. So, yeah, good to be back, boys. So, and girls.
And girls. So some other exciting news before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
I am getting a BMW M135i in a week's time.
Yeah.
So actually no, next week. Getting it next week because this is being released. Yeah, so it's next week. So next week I get a BMW M135i, which is pretty exciting. I can't wait to get that. So that will be cool. And I'm getting some M cars. So guys, stay tuned to the channel because there will be reviews.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm getting just yet, but there is a toss up between the brand new M3 Touring. Or the updated M3 Touring, and the brand new M5 Touring. Wow.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of debate saying it's a crap car, it's heavy, it's ugly, but I really do want to experience it. I want to see it for myself.
I think something worthwhile happening.
Yeah, well, Chris Harris has done his reviews on it, and he really does like it.
Yeah.
And I really respect Chris as a journo. Chris Harris is one, to be fair, he's probably one of the best, right? And he loves it, and he thinks it's a good car. So I'm gonna go whatever he's saying, but I want to experience it myself.
Yeah.
What else have we got coming up?
Hopefully we're talking about some track events.
We do have another Cars and Coffee.
Yep.
So that is going to happen. Not going to be a nighttime event again.
No.
This will be a day event, guys.
Yeah,
so we are
a Sunday morning somewhere.
Yeah. We're just still sussing out locations at the moment.
Yeah.
Didn't tell you this, been getting a lot of feedback when is the next one. A lot of people are excited. So I do have to start looking for venues and places.
Let's put that at the top of our agenda.
Yep.
We'll get that going.
We do want to get that done.
Yeah.
And we've got some track days coming up.
Yeah, we've got a couple of cars we've got coming up for some interviews.
Mad. Yeah, well, yes, we do. We have a very special car this week for an interview.
Yeah.
It's a very awesome car. It's one of our special guests, his car. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys.
That's it. First episode for 25 done, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
On another episode of the MotorMarvel Podcast. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's the one.
Yeah. Catch you guys.